We agreed on the need to find peaceful solution to the international conflicts in full respect of the principles of international law and the UN Charter. I thank His Excellency, my dear friend, for his visit. I am confident that this visit will open a new chapter in Pakistan-Norway relations and will contribute to greater cooperation and mutual prosperity for the people of both countries in the years ahead. I thank you, Excellency. Over to you.
Your Excellency, Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister Mohammad Ishaq Dar, dear friends, I'm really happy and honored to be here. It's correct that it's 10 years ago since the last foreign minister's visit, so it was about time. And I promised you many months ago that I would come, and today I live up to my promise, and I was looking very much forward to this visit, which is short but very effective. And I very much look forward to the remainder of this day, where I have many interesting meetings with the government, also with Field Marshal Munir and with other key players. I want to say, I echo everything that was said. It's a strong partnership between our two countries, between our two communities, the people of Pakistan and Norway. We have a sizable diaspora of Pakistani descent, Norwegian Pakistani citizens in Norway. Many of them are in key positions of politics and society and are a very welcome contribution to our country. And the fact that we have so many people who know these two countries intimately should also be yet another argument for strengthening our economic ties. So as the Deputy Prime Minister said, we are also discussing that in the context of specifics, but also a desire to strengthen our trade relations in more structural ways, which will be a topic for upcoming discussions, including in the context of the EFTA-Pakistan partnership, which could be developed further, and that would provide for more economic relations for mutual benefit. I also really want to reiterate again our strong support for the very important role that Pakistan has taken in this very dramatic war that started on the 28th of February with the Israeli-US attack on Iran. Norway was one of the Western countries that were clearest and earliest in stating that this war in itself is a violation of international rules. If we stand up for international law, it has to apply to everyone, everywhere, all the time. And even if we have significant disagreements with Iran on other issues, they also have the right to be protected as a state, as we all have. But that also means that we had an entry point to Iran, as well as we, as a close ally of the US, have excellent relations with Washington. And knowing this field of peace, mediation, facilitation, I know how hard it is. I know what a massive task you're taking on when you offered Islamabad, not only as the venue, but also as the facilitator of these talks. And I think that what you personally, Mohammad Ishaq Dar, but also your Prime Minister, the Field Marshal, what you have been doing is really a service to the world, and hence also to us. This matters to us as a citizen of the world. It matters also to us as a large shipping nation, because one, as you mentioned it yourself, we share an interest in open sea lanes, in the ability to trade in the high seas, and to respect the very important, the Constitution of the Oceans, which is the UNCLOS, the UN Convention of the Law of the Seas. And whatever emerges from this tragic and unnecessary war in the Gulf, we need to protect the principle of free passage. And I'm so happy that we see completely eye to eye on what has to be this. And I would like this opportunity again to send a message to anyone involved out there in that conflict, that this issue of free passage and an open strait is not an issue for the warring parties alone. It's a global issue that we have a shared interest in promoting. I was happy to have this opportunity to discuss other regional issues, ranging from Jammu Kashmir to Afghanistan, and of course the challenging relationship with that country, and also with activities stemming out of Afghanistan, a country we also know well and where we are also active. I was glad to learn more about this new trilateral defense cooperation. As you kindly mentioned, these are 3 countries with whom Norway have very good and close relations. Saudi Arabia is the country with whom we established the 2-year-old global alliance to promote the 2-state solution in Palestine. Norway has always had a strong dedication to making sure that the promise of what once was the Oslo Agreement one day is fulfilled, that we have a free, sovereign and independent Palestinian state living in peace with its neighbor Israel and all other neighbors. And we keep working on that, and I'm again very happy that this is also an issue where Pakistan and Norway totally agrees and cooperate. And likewise, I mentioned Saudi Arabia, also Turkey is a country that Norway works with closely. So we thought this was a very interesting development, and I was happy to have the opportunity to learn more about it. And then finally, I was very, in my relatively recent past, I was also Minister of Climate and Environment, and for that reason I followed these negotiations very closely. I've seen the extreme effects on Pakistan of floods and other expressions of climate change, and I'm happy to have a foreign minister colleague that is so dedicated to that case, and we agreed that